Give me a second while I try to get some things set up over here. Just to make sure everything is fine. We're going to try to do more of the story mission. I definitely do want us to kind of wrap these up. There are some quests, some daily quests to do some solo missions, so I definitely want to do that. And we'll get to learn Tri Brigade a little bit more, so that'll be a bit exciting. But yeah, I'm just going to see what's going on here. But shout outs to everyone that will be coming through to hang out. I'm looking forward to it. We might do a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! And then we might switch it to another stream. We'll switch it to maybe some other game if we decide to choose to. But right now I just want to have some fun with this. Oh wow, the one on our side is actually orange. That's interesting. I want to unlock these. I am gonna... I mean, did he already plant it? I don't know. Let's see how it behaves. I wasn't paying attention to the match. This is probably not a good idea, but we'll see. You can discard one other card, beast or warrior. So that's cool. We can start building stuff in our deck. I definitely am a fan of that. And special summon this card. I would want to get rid of this because then we could get another card in the deck. Yep. That effect already took place. So I might do this. Might do that. Can I send another one to the graveyard? And would it trigger it, or is it a once per turn? I'm leaning towards that. Yeah, it's a once per turn. I would like to do this. You can discard one other beast or special summon this. There's already 4 monsters, so we could actually do some cool stuff here. So I could... I mean, we could go like this, or we could use the special ability of the card itself, which I'm down for. Maybe we could go to 2 and see how it goes from there. We're gonna get rid of that spell card. What is the special ability here? I forget. You can send one Tri Brigade from your deck to the graveyard. You can only use the effect once per turn. While your opponent has a graveyard. It says graveyard, so I could probably shuffle that into the deck. So how much health would I get? Wow, so we just made this a lethal? That was cool. Like, we actually got to see the card at its strength. Alright, let's see the scenario, because we're about to get some cards from it. World Legacy, World Armor. When a monster is flip summoned, you can special summon this card from your hand. If this card is normal special summon, you can add one World Legacy card from your deck to your hand. If this normal summoned set card is on the field, you can target one face-up monster that was special summoned from the extra deck and return both that monster and this card to your hand. You can only use this effect once per turn. It's a very interesting mechanic. Orem and friends battled the Mech Knight Spectrum Supreme, a culmination of the Mech Knight's power with all their might. As the tide turned in the battle, Ningirsu gathered his strength and pulled his all into one decisive strike of his spear. However, his attack was parried by the Mech Knight's Spectrum Supreme, opening a large hole in the wall. The already fragile ruins couldn't withstand the impact and began to collapse. Before the dust settled, so as to not be noticed by the Mech Knight Supreme Spectrum, Ningirsu directed a subtle glance towards Lee. Noticing his glance, Lee nodded slightly and slipped from the battlefield. She signaled her intentions to infiltrate the base alone and rescue Ebe. Lee flew feverishly before finally arriving at Ebe. Ebe breathed a sigh of relief when she saw Lee there unharmed. But her relief was short-lived as she learned that the others were battling the Mech Knights. Maybe it was they who were wrong to battle the Mech Knights. To know the truth, she had to stop the battle immediately. As Eve uttered those words, Lee, who stood in front of her, now slowly turned around. Upon their first meeting, Lee had greeted Eve with the warm smile of a fairy. But her smile transformed, now blackened and hideous. Terrified, Eve sought to scream, but her consciousness was consumed by deep darkness before she could utter a noise. Fairy playing tricks? Oh man. Orem and the others continued to battle. All of a sudden, an explosion occurred inside the facility. Immediately, Orem felt as if the World Chalice awakened once again. Though the feeling was now greatly intensified, everyone on the battlefield stopped fighting, transfixed at that moment. Just then, a figure appeared. She was standing on the mountain of the debris before them. It was the visage of Eve unmistakably from head to toe. But her face betrayed something sinister. Her eyes glowed mysteriously, and an evil aura emanated from her body. These signs suggested that the figure before them was not the Eve they knew. Her laughter was nothing like that of Eve. She now spoke to the confused group. "I am Lee. This body is now mine." Sweet Eve was no longer here. The feminine resonance of her voice was now poisoned with a booming dissonance. Orem and the others glared at her with confusion and anger. Meeting their gaze, Nightmare Corruption Ibli emitted a force field. The force field now forcibly absorbed the power of the World Chalice with Orem and the others, and now it threatened to take their lives. However, it would be the Mekk-Knights Spectrum Supreme, whom they'd been fighting to the death just moments before, who'd rescue them. Throwing itself at them, the power of Ibli was so great it caused the form of the Mekk-Knight Spectrum Supreme to become unjoined. Separated into 7, the Mekk-Knights were severely damaged. Then Ibli, with a familiar hand, proceeded to extract the cores from each of the Mekk-Knights one by one. It was now clear that there was great danger in Ibli possessing both powers of Eve as well as that of the ritual wand. So we've been doing the dirty work for this fairy who is sinister to begin with. Seeking to prevent this, the Mekk-Knights Blue Sky sought to transfer control of the wand to someone other than Eve. Showing considerable growth in battle, Orem was chosen as the wand's successor. Ibli's power created a shockwave that launched Orem to the edge of the cliff. The Mekk-Knight Blue Sky stretched out its arm to help him. Wordlessly, their gaze met. Orem sensed in his heart that a knight was trying to convey something when a dazzling light shone subtly. The next moment, Orem, adorned in new armor, not of the World Chalice, not holding a sword in each hand, stood at the edge of the cliff. As Mekk-Knight Avram, successor to the ritual wand. Target one monster in your graveyard, special summon it to a zone. Link monster points to. You can only activate one World Legacy succession per turn. I thought we were going to get a link summoning. Wow, we're going through dialogue here. They're not even making us duel. Mekk-Knight Avram. Check this out. I thought it was going to be a stronger... I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a lot of damage for a 4-star, but still, I mean, normal monster, no special effect. Once owned by Eve, the ritual wand was passed down through generations in the village of the Forest of the Stars. It was the key to the fate of the stars and held the power to unlock the world legacies. In a split-second decision, Orem had been chosen to succeed the wand, not by the wand's controller Eve, but by the Mekk-Knights. Then the succession of the key was split into 2, just like its pair sword was. Knowing Eve rested inside of her, still possessing the key's power, Ibli set off to gain possession of the world lands before Orem could reach it. Orem chased after her, determined to stop her. However, in his path stood the nightmare beasts, born from the power contained in the cores that Ibli stole from the Mekk-Knights. Orem, having just received his new powers, had to contend with the formidable strength of the 6 nightmare beasts. I see, instead of Mekk-Knights now they're nightmare. Now Ningirsu, who rushed to Orem's side along with Imduk, said to him, "We'll hold them back. You go ahead." His voice was quiet but resolute. Having lost the power of the World Chalice, Ningirsu knew he would be powerless to stop Ibli, even if he could catch her. Without waiting for Orum's reply, Ningirsu leaped out facing the beast, spear in hand. There's the Nightmare Unicorn. Though nearly powerless, Ningirsu will deftly handle his spear as if possessed. As the Nightmare Mermaid was crushed, the beasts all turned their heads towards the spear wielder in unison. He must have wanted to pursue his little sister more than anybody else did. Orum took off to pursue Ebli and the World Lance, with the determination of Ningirsu as the wind in his sails. Left alone, Ningirsu continued to fight by himself. His roars echoed throughout the battlefield. So they're going to give us World Legacy, World Shield. If we fought with the Loner deck. We would get World Legacy's Corruption Continuous spell. Alright, so let's continue with the Zodiac Tri-Brigade deck. Let's do a little more, because we're starting to get a feel for it. Let's see. You can discard 2 cards and target one. Let me see. Yeah, because it's defensive. Nope. Not bad so far. I mean, this is... I'm definitely going to use Max C right off the bat. Well, first this. If 2 or more cards are in the same column, you can special summon. Select a card to add from your hand. Not yet. Let's do Omen. I'm down for that. Sure. Okay, so now I think I could do Zeus. Wait, I gotta see how many... No. I could do that. Jesus. World Legacy Awakening immediately after this effect resolves. Link summon one Link monster using monsters you control as awakened material. You can only activate one World Legacy Awakens per turn. What's the benefit on this? I just don't get it. Unless a card's being destroyed and you want to like bring it out. That's the only thing I could see from that like protects it, I guess. Aurum rushed to the base of the World Lance, but it was too late. By the time he arrived, Ibli had already finished activating the World Lance. With the newfound power of the World Lance, Ibli launched an aggressive assault on Aurum. With such destructive force that each blow shook the earth, Aurum faced the attacks alone. In the face of those attacks, Aurum now lay wounded on the ground. Ibli moved to pick up Aurum's discarded sword, now swinging it over and over as if to check its weight. Then Ibli moved in closer to inflict the final blow on Aurum. Aurum couldn't move his upper body, let alone stand up. Just as Ibli raised his sword to strike, a small shadow emerged from Aurum's cloak. The young dragon Imduk summoned his oddworldly powers between the young boy and girl, determined to help his companions in their time of crisis with whatever he could muster. That power suppressed the evil that dwelled in Ib for only a moment. By suppressing Lee's evil spirit, the spirit of Ib that had resided deep in the depths had now awakened. Aurum laid on the ground powerless. Imduk was exhausted of his powers and unable to move. And Ib was now holding a sword in her hand. Realizing her situation, she made her decision. Only she could put an end to Lee's evil desires. Oh, snap. Her hand that held the sword now tensed with strength. Lee realized Eve's intention and tried to resist, but Eve's awakened spirit overcame her. She sees a flashback of her childhood friends desperately calling in her direction. The young girl drew short, rapid breaths, pointed the blade towards herself, and... when Ngirsu arrived at the scene, he saw his childhood friend holding the limp body of his little sister in his arms, repeatedly calling her name. At the cruel end of the surreal scene, the older brother could do nothing but stand there, stunned and speechless. Holy crap. Did YuGiOh make this kind of crazy story? That is mind-blowing. So, a new pack just unlocked. We can go to the store really quick. I think we actually pulled on this before, because we got Nightmare Unicorn. Featured cards? Show cards. Yeah. We actually pulled a lot on this. That's insane, man. All right, so let's continue with this. Because I'm actually engaged in this story. This is nuts. There's 2 doors to unlock. That gives orbs. This gives the playing field. That's what I want. Okay, what about this? Learn the ins and outs of Mech Knight. Many Mech Knight monsters can be special summoned to the field zones where there are at least 2 cards in the same column. This can include your opponent's cards, making it very easy for you to special summon them. There are also continuous spell cards and traps like World Legacy Key that negate your opponent's effects that were activated in the same column as a Mech Knight monster. Use this to your advantage to push back at your opponent. Mech Knight monsters can be used to special summon to a column on the field that has 2 or more cards in that column. Activate the World Legacy key in the same column as a card your opponent set in their spell or trap zone. Now there are 2 cards in the same column. Try summoning Mech Knight Indigo Eclipse. That's crazy. Mech Knight Indigo Eclipse can move a Mech Knight monster on your field to another of your main monster zones. If I do this, now also try summoning Mech Knight Purple Nightfall in a column with 2 cards in it. Lastly, activate the field spell World Legacy Scars and attack your opponent directly with your powered up monsters. Attack your opponent's life points directly. Two more cards are in the same column. You can special summon this card from your hand. You can target one Mech Knight monster you control, banish it until the standby phase of your next turn, and if you do, add one Mech Knight monster from your deck to your hand, except Mech Knight Purple Nightfall. That's really trippy. I wanna mess with that. If you're starting out with tribute a monster to activate its effects, you can banish one level 7 or blah blah blah. Blue sky. If two or more blah blah blah. From your hand, you can add Mech Knight monsters with different names. Yes. Wow. Let me see what this card is. Blah 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 blah. Once per turn, you can banish one Mech Knight monster from your graveyard, then target one spell trap in your column. And nope. Don't have anything about. Yeah. Turn this way. Once per turn this way, you can banish one Mech Knight monster from your graveyard, then target. Jesus. You contribute one level higher monster from your hand and special summon this. On this guy, you can target one of your banished Mech Knights monsters legacy and add it to your hand. What if it's a turnover card? Like if I did this. I can activate this. There was something on the... Yep. No. I don't know if I would ever want to do that. That's like ridiculous. But Shoot. No! He's going for all the monsters instead of the Usurper. Or your Sarkek. Yo, quick effect. What the hell? Uh-oh. I had to sneeze. Whew, so sorry, guys. Sure, I don't know who I'm gonna attack. Huh. It's a once per turn, so... That's such a problem, that trap. GG. Only reason I'm playing with that loner deck is because I really want that land. You can pay 700, then activate one of the follow. Add a your sorry. Wait, what? I'm totally not understanding this. You can add Magnite. It's a 7-star. No. What does it do? Cannot be synchro sum as special. Screw it, let's learn. Yes. Okay. Select card to add from your deck to your hand. This is absurd, fam. Chain it with another effect. You contribute 1 level on a higher monster from your hand and special summon it. I don't see any. From your hand or deck in defense position. Uh, I don't know. Let's see, including 2 Mech Knight monsters. What's what's Usaric bipolar? I don't I don't know where the effect is coming from. Okay. Also, you cannot special summon the rest of the turn except monsters with a level. This card is special summon. You can add blah blah blah. You can add one exotic monster from your deck. Yep. Select the cards to add from your deck to your hand. This is crazy. You can target that monster's banish both these cards from the field. Oh, no. Yeah! That was amazing. That was amazing. There we go. So we actually just got the level. So am I able to change? Is that the question? There's still so many things to clear versus complete. Like, oh man. Let me see if I go to deck. Change accessories. Yeah, you see, this is a really for a free to play. That's really a really nice dual field. It's a really nice dual field. There is like one ranked duel we have to do. Exhibition. How far are we? Let's see. Reward list. 20,000. All right, what I'm thinking is this. Yep. Here we go. Then after that, I'll set that. Darn it. So there we go. Let's get him out. All right, that was a good enough turn. If your opponent controls a face-up monster that was special summoned from the extra deck and you control no amount, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can discard one card and special summon one cipher, blah, 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 blah. I could negate this, so I'll do that. When a summon you control is destroyed by battle and is sent to the grave, you can discard this card and send one card from your hand or field to the graveyard. And if you do, special summon that monster during the end phase. Why can't I oh, it's because of trap. There we go. What's the... I don't have any material for it, so I'd rather not. Turn, you can target 2 Cypher monsters. You're gonna... That becomes level 8 until... I'm actually taking that card. Um, when a Cypher monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can discard this card. Okay. Yeah, we got 20 gems from it. All right, let's see if we could actually do this. All right, so we're going to go through this dude. I'm going to say first, we're going to see if we could just kind of go through some of his spells since we're going the first turn. Actually, we didn't get... The hand was not great. I will not lie. It's not great. I mean, I can negate it. Or I could just wait. He'll get one card. I really want to save this for him. This is a bad hand. It sucks that this was a bad hand for us. Oh, I've seen this before. Oh, I did it too early. I did it too early. I should have waited for the XZ. He's going to Utopic Draco. Darn it. Yeah, it was just a bad hand. Just attack, dude. Just attack. That was such a bad hand. We got 3 traps. It was so bad. There's 3 traps that were for like late game. All right. Time to move on up. I'll go first. I was contemplating on going second. I was contemplating. Okay. So first things first. Let's see if we could put this. Yep. I would like to put this guy. Okay. So now we are gonna do... Actually, just for the sake... No, here. We're gonna try this. I'm curious how this works. Because we're gonna do an actual summoning to get your beanie out. And we're gonna throw some stuff into the graveyard. So here's the cool piece. So we're going to be able to do this. We can decide what we want to put to the graveyard. This will probably be better. But before I do that, they're not letting me. Okay, that's good enough. Now I'm going to activate. From your deck to your hand. So now we are going to bring Rusty Bardiche out. So now what I would like to do is I would definitely love to put this guy in the graveyard, set a card on the field. This. So we're going to special summon. There we go. And now we're going to bring Laver out. Laver should trigger. Because, yeah. Maybe. If another Phantom Knights card is in your graveyard, is banished while this card, you can special summon. If it was a little sooner, maybe. Is it a Phantom Knights monster or a Phantom Knights card? It still wouldn't change anything, though. I'm thinking, yeah. You see, if it was... And I wouldn't have anything else to summon him with. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Yes. Let's do it. We're going to do Phantom Knight. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to sacrifice our Phantom Knights card. No. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's nothing on his field. Nothing yet. There's nothing really to use right now. I'm waiting. I have to wait it out. Let's do it. Numeron Network. Trigger Rusty Bardiche. No, doesn't trigger. Why? What negated it? Hmm. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Having 3 of these is fucking ridiculous. It's absurd. Wait, why did... Oh, it's telling me how many I have. Alright, so let's see what hand we get today. Okay, so we're going first. Let's see, we're gonna do that. I'm gonna wait. Now, the thing for me is, like, I feel like I should go straight up into, I should straight up go into just, like, you know, Draco. Just go straight into Draco. There's nothing I could do with the Cherubini flow, like, besides putting more stuff into the thing. I could, but if I go that route, I won't be able to go Draco, I don't think, currently. Because I'll be able to put 1 card in the field, but I won't be able to put another one. That's the concern. We'll do it, though. Let's see what's up. So first things first here. We're going to do this. What card do we want to have in the graveyard? Usually you would want to go for one of these, because you want to get a card right away to kind of continue doing combos. But with what we have available, I think I can get away with having something else. So I think I could do this first, because if I banish it, then it'd be amazing. So let's see. But what Phantom Knight would we have? Yeah, we'd have 2 of them. We should be able to do this. Let's make it happen, guys. Let's make it. Or I could go, instead of this route, I could go to try to build this. But I would need to have a Phantom Knight to summon, which I will in a second. We can go Arc Rebellion route. We can go Arc Rebellion, because when I summon Rusty with another card, I'll be able to have that. But let's go Draco. Let's make something happen. Here we go. I'm going to want to do that. Let's activate this. Let's see what we get rid of. Nope. Yep, we're going to summon both of them now. 1. Yes. Cancel. We're going to summon this one. And now we're going to summon Rusty. I could... No. Yes, it's going to count as 2. It's fine. So now because we summon Rusty, we should be able to discard another card. Can I negate that? Can I negate that with another negate? Why can't I Ash Blossom and Ash Blossom? It went in the graveyard. You see, that's what I was worried about. I don't have anything to get from there. I could do this. It would have been a safer route to go for Arc Rebellion, but let's continue going. I'm going to go defensive now because he messed up the combo. Now let's see what happens. Waiting to see what he's doing. He's taking a while. No, 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 no. Not this. Not this crappy deck. If this card battle, inflict 2,000 damage to your opponent once per turn. I'll wait. I would like to send this to the graveyard. I mean, I'm thinking about not be destroyed by battle or card effects. I need this. Yep. Because the thing is, I definitely need to trap it somehow. Special summon. Or... here we go. Okay, so. Yep. Cancel that. Gonna bring this guy out. Now we're gonna do Phantom Knights. Break Sword. The placement is important, so Rusty can trigger. Let's see if we could get Rusty to do his thing. Yes. Cancel. It does not work. All right, so I can do this. I didn't want to do this, but I'm gonna do it. I didn't want to do this. We're gonna die. Yes. Now we're gonna do this. I mean, if we went to this, we only go up to 4, unaffected by card effects. So it's still insufficient based on the amount of attack we need to do. So I'm gonna go Arc Rebellion. Oh, he got mad already. He didn't really want to deal with part of that. He didn't want to deal with that. Okay. All right, let's do the next one, fam. Let's see what's up. Let's go second this time. Let's go second so you guys can see what's going on here. Usually going first is the optimal route, but I want to show Phantom Knights going second. I think it would be cool. It's not a bad hand. It's not a bad hand. We need another card. Jesus. They gave us all the reserves. Okay. Which card do we want to have in our deck? I'm leaning towards that. So first things first, I'm going to do this. I'm waiting. He obviously has something in his hand right now. Of each type. That's a continuous trap. Select a card to send to the graveyard. We already sent that to the graveyard. I would like... to send this to the graveyard. I'm gonna... This is gonna be trippy. This is gonna be trippy. What do I want in my hand? So if I do... Mm-mm-mm. One second, fam. Because he's saying of each type that we're currently in dark. He's messing with us. So he thinks he can mess with us, but he's not gonna mess with us. He's not gonna mess with us. Yes. Discard one card from your hand. Sorry, bro. So now we gonna get it started. This is for the future. I would lean more towards this. Yes. Not right now. Yep. Oh, is he angry? Is he angry? Did we just foil his plans? Did he get mad that we took out his trap? I'm like, yo, you trying to make us do some formulas here? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Just to show you what the real world is like, bro. Stop staying stuck in Yu-Gi-Oh. Alright guys, we're gonna do one more. Let's see what we can get here. I definitely want to show you guys like some cool stuff. So that last one we did on the second round. We're going second again. Last one was our choice. This time it wasn't our choice. We'll see what we can do. But I think it's something really cool to kind of see the different aspects of what you can do here. So now this card, the hand they gave us was horrible. I'm actually not a huge fan of it. We need to have him maxi, like, do special summons, so then we could actually fill up our hand. But every time someone sees that, you know, they're not gonna do it. He ended his phase. Wow, so he's having issues too. Okay. Special Night. Ash Blossom. Jesus. There's nothing to work with. I'd rather put this in the graveyard first. And maybe do something with that in the future. But I'd like to wait. Yeah, this was not a great hand. This technically is like a Phantom Knight brick. I might actually put this. Ooh, we're dealing with a Tri-Brigade. He has no monsters right now. I'm maxing it. Whatever you decide to do after this is your choice, bro. I will call to the grave, call to your grave. I should be able to. They're not letting me call to the grave his call to the grave. Yeah. I'll wait till the very end. I'll wait till the very end. Lessons learned from this one. I'm going to try on the XZ summoning and see how that behaves. And then if the interrupting on the XZ summoning doesn't work out, then I'm going to do it here. What I'm gonna do... Really? I can't do that to his? I am shocked. Wow. That was not what I was expecting, fam. I was expecting to be able to stop that. I couldn't. I'm surprised I can't Phantom Knight that. I'm gonna try that. And then after that, I'm gonna call to the grave his, what he just put, the Noval. I should be able to call to the grave that. They should let me call to the grave that. Definitely 100% I should be calling to the grave that. Why is it not letting me? Is it because he's still at his window? What? What? Target one monster in your opponent's graveyard. Banish it. And if you're doing the... It didn't even let me call to the grave, Nerval. I feel like that should be allowed. I feel like that should be allowed, and it didn't. I think the game has bugs still. That's absurd, fam. He activated it in the graveyard. He activated it in the graveyard. Like, that's a problem. I don't like what they just did. I just don't like it. I'm shocked. You can banish another beast or your graveyard. Special summon one beast linked from your extra deck with link range equal to the banish. Also, you can use beast warrior blah 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 for the rest of the turn. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can add one Tri-Brigade from your hand to your deck, except Nerval. You can only use each effect of Tri-Brigade Nerval once per turn. Talk about BS, the fact that I couldn't negate that. Wait it out. Wait it out. Why couldn't my trap activate? Wow, I'm not getting any traps activated. What's going on? I'm kind of shocked. I feel like we can make a comeback, as horrible as this looks. I should be able to trigger my effect now. I'm waiting for him to summon the other monster, and then once he summons his Tri-Brigade 4-link monster, I'm gonna negate it. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm waiting. I'm just patiently waiting. I can't do anything yet. Actually, he can't summon Tri-Brigade because of that. Because of this. So I might wait till his turn finishes. Is this the one that can attack directly? So hypothetically, 8, 16, 24, 48, 58. I would have no choice but to detach one of them. If he detaches again, let's see. shit. Lesson. But it's saying he can't attack. I'm confused. Oh no, he's doing it. Damn it. All right, here we're gonna see what we can do here. He's gonna go first. Yep. This is actually not a bad hand. Let's see. When this card is summoned, you can set one alter trap from your deck to your spell and trap zone. You can target one alter guy so you can control a monster and send that to the graveyard. And I'm gonna do this. You can shuffle one Altergeist card from your hand face up. Altergeist monster, you blah blah blah. It's a continuous trap. I'm waiting till he's done. So what I'm thinking is, I mean, actually this being in the graveyard isn't a bad idea, but I definitely want this out. Real talk, I need a better chance of one of these other ones. I need this one in the graveyard. I'm hoping that it gets selected. Really? I've never seen it destroy the card. I've seen it stop it. I've never seen a destruction of the card from the hand. That's a first. And that's a continuous trap? Is that a hack thing that people are doing? Like, I see that flicker. What is that? Is it this? Oh, man. Jesus. My trap card didn't trigger to protect me, so I couldn't. That's brutal. One second, fam. I can't. Speed up, dude. Let me see. Oh, we got to do the dailies. That's cool. What about this? I'm always down for getting more gems. I'm always down for that. Alright, I think we did enough Yu-Gi-Oh for today. I'm gonna actually probably see if I do stream. I'm gonna probably stream some other games. definitely want to do some other stuff because we've been going at Yu-Gi-Oh for a hot minute. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. If you appreciate the content, subscribe on YouTube, follow on Twitch, join us on Discord, and I will catch